Dr. Maté, is there anything that I haven't asked you before we ask you the final 5, which are our fast 5 questions? Is there anything you'd like to share that I haven't given you an opportunity
Honest to God, I can't think of anything that you haven't asked.
I love it. Okay, well, these are 5 questions that have to be answered in 1 word to 1 sentence maximum. So you have like a very tight, like almost think of like Twitter. These are your final 5. The first question is, what is the best advice you've ever received on healing or trauma?
Authenticity.
Expand. I'm going to ask you to expand because I want to hear now.
Be yourself, you know. When I was a very confused young man and I was acting out all over the place, I had an aunt who herself was a very traumatized person. She was an Auschwitz survivor and she came back weighing 80 pounds. She was an ophthalmologist. And she saw me being inauthentic and she sent me this passage from Hamlet, that famous phrase, "Unto yourself be true, and it follows us night to day that then thou canst be false to any man." So be true to yourself. Without going into the details, that poor aunt of mine couldn't be true to herself because of the nature of this culture. But that advice has always stayed with me.
Yeah.
So authenticity has been a major theme in my life.
It's amazing. I love that. That's a great answer. Okay. Question number 2. What's the worst advice you've ever heard or received around trauma and healing?
Is it okay if nothing comes up for me?
Yeah, if you've never heard any bad advice, that's good. What is something that you once valued that you no longer value?
This is almost true. What other people think of me.
Yeah.
I'd be lying if I said, but at the same time, I can do without it. So it's still there, but I'm not attached to it. Yeah.
Question number 4. How would you define your current purpose in life?
My purpose is that people are free from limitations of culture and also the limitations of their own past and of their own minds, and also free politically. So my purpose is that people are free.
It's beautiful. And 5th and final question. If you could create 1 law that everyone in the world had to follow, what would it be?
1 rule?
1 rule, 1 law, 1 principle that everyone in the world had to follow.
If I was coercing and creating the impression that one had to do anything, that already would defeat its own purpose. Because as soon as somebody has to, it's almost like, just lean forward for a minute, would you?
Yeah.
And put out your hand.
Yeah.
What do you do as soon as they push on your hand?
Resistance.
You resist. So as soon as people sense that there's a had to, there's going to be resistance. So I'm going to decline answering that question.
That's a great answer. We've never had that on the show. I love that answer. That's a brilliant answer.